Hi everyone, I am Jeanette Park, and this is my identity status presentation. I'm going to first start with comparing Erikson's identity versus identity confusion versus James Marcia's identity statuses. Erikson's identity versus identity confusion is the fifth stage in Erikson's theory of psychosocial development. It occurs during adolescence, so when you're about 12 to 18 years of age. You are searching for your identity during this stage. I think it is fair to say that we all remember the challenges during this stage of life. During this stage, you're exploring your beliefs, your goals, and personal values. During this exploration of self, if you were given support and freedom, you would find your identity. You would feel strong about your uniqueness, form an independence, and felt like you had some control. If you were not given the support you needed, felt restricted, so you couldn't explore for any reason, distressed or had an overwhelming time, then you would experience identity confusion. You would not feel like you found your path to independence or purpose in life. It would be harder for you to find future direction too. James Marcia expanded on Erik's theory on identity development. The identity status is put into 4 stages: identity diffusion, identity foreclosure, identity moratorium, and identity achievement. In the first stage, identity diffusion, an adolescent doesn't know what they want to do with their life. They haven't explored, have no idea, or considered their identity. They deal with things as they come up and have no life goals. This is a common stage for children and when people are the least mature. In the identity foreclosure stage, adolescents are followed in the footsteps of others such as their parents. Sometimes these parents are making the decisions for them. They haven't explored many options because their identity has been following in someone else's footsteps. In the identity moratorium stage, the adolescent is exploring, but they have not figured out their identity. It can be a very intense time for them because they want answers to their questions, but haven't found them. They are unsure about their identity. Identity achievement is usually not achieved during adolescence. These individuals have done their exploring and then commit to this unique identity they have created for themselves. These are the 2 characters that I picked for my course project. This is Sam Winchester on the left, and his father, John Winchester, on the right. They are from Supernatural. I have 2 hypotheses here, one for John and one for Sam. So, I hypothesize that John Winchester's character in the Supernatural series will know who his identity is, even when his environment changes dramatically after his children are born and his wife dies. I hypothesize that Sam Winchester's character in the Supernatural series will experience identity confusion and the status identity moratorium because of the dramatic environment changes he experienced during his upbringing. My findings. John Winchester's character does not experience identity confusion throughout any of the on-screen moments of the series. Even as his character develops due to environmental changes, he is consistently resolute in his personal identity. He even tries to help his son develop his own identity by giving him the option to hunt with him. You can tell he has reached identity achievement because even though he gets into a lot of fights with his son, he does not change anything about himself. Sam Winchester's character is in a constant state of identity confusion as he struggles to determine his role in society, within his family, and even his own beliefs and convictions. He eventually finds college, but still hides parts of his identity to his friends and girlfriend. He does not reach identity moratorium, but still feels lost because he needs to take a different path when he learns his dad is missing. Sam drops out of school and never goes back. He tries throughout the series to find himself, but his decisions along the way show that he misses his school identity and is not quite sure how to get that back. I did have some limitations. So that will be that John was not one of the main characters in the series. He is someone that Dean and Sam talk about often, and you get a sense of his upbringing, but the show could have shown more about John's upbringing. Sam is a main character, but the ages 12 to 18 years were not a main focus of the show, but there are a lot of flashbacks throughout the series. And lastly, the ages 12 to 18 years is a small window to find your identity in regards to Erickson's identity versus identity confusion. Finding Jane Marcia's identity status of identity achievement can be found after the age of 18 during the college years. Thank you for watching my presentation.